Hello everyone. Today we are learn about the new practical topic or new exercise, that is methods of sterilization. In that we discuss about the definition of sterilization and what are the methods of sterilization. So first one, we should know that sterilization means what? It is a process by which any material is made free from microorganism with the help of physical or chemical agent. It's called as sterilization. In Marathi, it is called as a nirjantukikaran. Before conducting any kind of instrument or before conducting any experiment, whatever the instrument is required, so each and every instrument should be sterilized in plant pathology lab. So due to that, here we discuss about the different methods of sterilization. In that, one of the most important methods, that is physical methods and chemical methods. These are two important methods of sterilization. Out of that, first we discuss about the physical methods. In that, first one is dry heat sterilization. That dry heat sterilization is again divided in two parts, that is direct dry heating and indirect dry heating. Here, in case of direct dry heating, here the we discuss here dry heating. In case of direct dry heating, the instrument which is made up of from the metals like inoculating needle, scalpel, forceps, that instrument is made up from the metals, and before utilization of that instrument should be sterilized on the flame with the help of direct heat. That means just we have to take the spirit lamp, and on the spirit lamp on the flame, just we have to a needle of that inoculating needle or the bacterial needle or scalpel forceps, just we have to keep as it is for 1 to 2 minutes. Within 1 to 2 minutes, whatever the microorganism which is present on the needle or on the metals, they are completely sterilized, because within 1 to 2 minutes, what happens, the temperature is reaches up to 150 to 200 degree Celsius, and at that temperature no any microorganism is survive. So this is called as a dry heat sterilization, that is direct dry heat. We can do we can do the sterilization process directly with the help of flame. So that's why it is called as direct heat sterilization method. Second one is indirect dry heat sterilization method. In that indirect dry heat sterilization method, the material which is made up from the glass, that is test tubes, flask, petri dish, pipettes, then funnels, etc., that material is sterilized before conducting the experiment in the instrument known as hot air oven. Because here in that hot air oven, you just keep the glasswares in hot air oven for a period of 1 to 2 hours by adjusting the temperature, that is 160 to 180 degrees Celsius. Within 1 to 2 hours, temperature of hot air oven is reaches up to 160 to 180 degrees Celsius, and at that temperature the material is made completely free from microorganism, or it may be sterile. So this is very important sterilization method, in that there is no involvement of flame or direct heating is not takes place. If you do the direct heating with for the glasswares, so it may be chances of cracking of glasswares, so that direct heat method is not involved. Here we can sterilize the glasswares indirect by the heat, but it is indirect, because in hot air oven temperature is adjusted up to 160 to 180 degrees Celsius here. So this is about indirect dry heating method. Next one, moist heat sterilization method. So in that two methods are involved. First one is moist heating by the steam without pressure. In that, here moist heating is done with steam, but there is no involvement of pressure. In case of that, the materials like media which contain the moisture or metal or matters to be affected or spoiled by the dry carbonate or carbohydrates, potato, cylinders, gelatin, milk media, etc., are sterilized by ordinary art flowing steam or steaming steam. That means the sterilization is takes place with the help of steam. For the materials, here there is no involvement of pressure. The temperature is required for moist sterilization. Here that is 100 to 110 degrees Celsius within 20 to 30 minutes. The process or that heating process is repeated for successive 2 or more days at an intervals of 24 hours. So that process of intermittent sterilization or intermittent heating of materials, that process is called as an tyndallization. That is, the heating process is repeated after certain intervals, and that heating process or that experiment is given by the scientist John Tyndall. So that's why that process is also called as an tyndallization process. Next one is moist heating by the steam under pressure. Before that, we discuss about moist heating by the steam without pressure. There is no involvement of pressure, only steam can sterilize the media. Here, same process is carried out, but there is an involvement of pressure. The instrument is used for the sterilization, that is called as an autoclave. The culture media like PDA, Na, and soil, water, sand, manure, etc., which are not damaged by high temperature of steam under the pressure, it gets sterilized by this method. Mostly, the media which is required for the growth of different microorganisms, that artificial media gets sterilized with the help of that autoclave machine. The temperature is required for the sterilization, that is 121 degree Celsius. With here, the pressure required for the sterilization is 15 lbs or psi per square inch, and time required for the sterilization, that is 15 minutes. That means what? Within 15 minutes, temperature is reaches up to 121 degrees Celsius, and pressure involved here 15 lbs. So in that autoclave, whatever the media is kept inside the autoclave, so when the temperature is reaches up to 121 degrees Celsius, so whatever the microorganism which is present in that media, it get completely sterilized because temperature is reaches up to 121 degrees Celsius. So in that way, media gets sterilized, and that media is completely free from the microorganism. So this is called as an autoclave machine. Next one, third one is filtration. So in that filtration, those are heat sensitive materials like sugars, blood serum, enzymes, hormones, vitamins, antibiotics, vaccines, etc. It gets sterilized with the help of different filters, or it can be filtered through the different kinds of filters. Okay, for example, Chamberlain filters or SIDS filters. So Chamberlain filters, SIDS filters, these are the name of filters through which that the heat sensitive materials it get filtered or get sterilized. So this is called as a filtration method. Next one is gaseous sterilization. In case of gaseous sterilization, here ethylene oxide is most extensively used in large instruments, because if the gas or that ethylene gas or ethylene oxide vapors, when they comes in contact with the different microorganism, so it get completely killed. So this is about the gaseous sterilization, or it is called as an ethylene oxide is called as a sterilizing agent, mostly in different godowns or different in storage house, that ethylene oxide is used to control the different kinds of pests or diseases. Then radiation. In case of radiation, the laminar in case of laminar airflow machine, here the ultraviolet rays or UV light is used because when microorganisms they comes in contact with UV light, so that microorganism is completely killed. So ultraviolet they comes under the radiation. Then last one is called as in chemicals. Different chemicals is also used for the sterilization, and that is called as a disinfection or disinfecting agent. In case of that chemicals, organic chemicals and inorganic chemicals is also used. In case of organic chemicals, phenol is used. When we phenol use at a rate of 2 to 4%, so it is used for the disinfection of wounds. Then when we use alcohol at a rate of 50 to 70%, then it is used for the plant material, or for it is used for the preservation of different plant material here. When we use the Lysol at a rate of 1 to 5% in water, it is used for to sterilize the pots. That is pot, whatever the pot is used for the planting. So before using that that pot gets sterilized with the help of that Lysol or formaldehyde also. So this is about regarding the inorganic chemicals. Here, the different kind of chemicals are used. For example, soap or potassium permanganate is also used for the sterilization of different instruments, or for the sterilization of different plant surface also. So this is about the chemical agent which is used for the sterilization of different materials. So these all are the methods of sterilization. If you have any difficulty regarding that topic, sterilization method, then you should contact me with the help of message or WhatsApp me. Thank you.